Okay, so you know, even like start with something light. We'll try even ending with something light or funny, in my opinion. IMO. So to Dextero, they posted this. Oh, the names are jacked up. They posted this very interesting article. I don't know if anyone's heard about this, and it almost doesn't seem real, but I mean, when you hear about where it's happening, Japan is always kind of I don't know if they're ahead of the curve, but they're on some interesting curves. So this article reads: You can now rent a Japanese grandma who will cook for you and do housework. Yes, you read that right. So I'll just go to some of this article. It's actually relatively short. Japan's latest viral trend isn't high tech or anime themed, it's your grandma, literally. A growing number of Japanese residents are renting senior women for everything from home cooked meals to emotional support, thanks to a unique service called OK Ochiban. Oshichan. Wait, sorry.
Obachan.
My
Come on, you
Japanese.
watch anime.
My Japanese, I'm working on it. For 3,000 yen, about 20 USD, which is crazy per hour, plus a flat rate of 3,000 yen travel fee, clients are matched with women aged 60 to 94 who will help with tasks
Yeah.
that only grandmas do best. This includes cooking lessons, housework, babysitting, and even stepping in as a supportive figure during difficult life moments. According to Japanese outlet Sora News 24, some clients have even asked for help breaking up with a partner or having a grandma present while coming out to their parents. With the God
Jesus
anymore.
The
Christ
family.
Almighty!
Oh yeah, coming out to their family. The service currently boasts a roster of around 100 grandmas, offering a mix of life experience, compassion, and good old fashioned domestic skills. The women are a part of a broad effort by Client Partners, a company founded in 2011 that focuses on providing women only handyman services across Japan. OK Obachan site highlights an incredible variety of requests: penmanship for formal letters, dispute mediation rather, and simply having someone to talk to. Okay, so basically, this service is kind of stepping into the realm of like all encompass human support services. Japan's aging population, seniors now make up of nearly one third of the country, which means services like these uh, are not only innovative but necessary. Roughly 25% of seniors are still working, and OK Abachan gives many a way to stay active and connected. It's grandma on demand. She might even fix your love life. So, I mean, there you have it. We are officially in the day and age where you can basically on demand order fast food, alcohol, drugs, and even an elderly person. We're almost in the future. Yeah, Back to the Future was like without the hoverboards. Anyway, I don't know if there's any further to deep dive on this. I guess it's just a baseline. Is anyone rocking with this earth? Oh man. What is like the thought provoking question that you can come from this? Is this like does this feel dystopian to anyone, or are you fully on board with the idea of somebody doing a grandma rental? Why isn't it grandma and grandpa rental services? I don't know about any of the listeners, but I had such a dope grandpa. Man, that was a reliable individual. I don't know how I would feel if he was going out and helping out random stoners, but yeah. Does this feel kind of like we're in a weird future to y'all, or this is this damn near normal uh, to y'all? We'll start with you, Ghost. What do you think?
Uh, it is most certainly weird, but I'm not super mad at it. I suppose, like, if you're at a deficit for familial affection and you're you're just feeling lonely, I guess. I'm I'm not gonna like look at you super crazy if you hired a grandma on demand to like listen to you vent and cook meals for you for a couple hours a day. Again, it's definitely weird, but it's not super crazy, I guess. And on the flip side, there's probably like elderly people that are lonely in some aspects, and like I don't, in general, just speaking of the grandparents that I've had, like they like to provide for
Yeah.
grandchildren and, and family members and stuff like that. It makes them happy. So on from their perspective, I mean, if they were to like make a little money and also bring some joy into someone else's life, I'm sure it would be fulfilling for them. So I'm not like super mad at it, I guess. Like I wouldn't do this myself, but
You said you
I
would.
can see said I would not do it myself, but I could see the market or the appeal, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong about that. The like the love and provisioning that old people like to dole out. Like for myself, I do like to be like a service to people around me, in some regards. But it's interesting to see how you get to a certain age where you're just ready and willing. Like you go to your grandma's house and they just want to give you stuff. Like it just hey, take some tea. Like, oh, do you want some fruit? I grew this tomato. Do you want you? Let me pack you up. Like I didn't come here to get groceries. I just came here to see you. But yeah, they definitely have a lot of love to dole out. So it definitely in a lot of ways probably like I don't think anyone's grandma's probably out there doing slave labor. They probably definitely want to do this, so that is a thing to note. Um, what about you, Ace? And I kind of like the way Ghost kind of responded. One, do you think this is weird, dystopian, or do you think it's normal? And two, or yes, two, how would you feel if one of your associates, friends, peers came to you and said, "Yeah, I'm thinking about using this service. What do you think?" And finally, would you use this rent a grandma service?
Uh, yeah, I don't think it's weird at all. Um, and I'm 100% on board. I actually think this story is pretty freaking heartwarming to me. I
Aw,
don't see anything wrong with it. Like, just yeah, grandma's helping people out with whatever daily tasks they have, or um, these interfamilial familial relationship things too. Like, I don't see a negative to it at all. The only thing is
oh, I can
you
give you a negative.
briefly you joked about not making sure it's not slave labor. Of course, you don't want the elders doing this not under their free will, but assuming it's a regular job and it's something that they want to do, which I'm sure it is. Yeah, I don't see the negative, but go ahead and throw something.
Obviously, the safe assumption is a lot of for a person that would invoke this type of service, they're probably in a situation in life where, God forbid, but we all have loved ones, older loved ones that have passed. So either they are passed, they have loved one that's passed away, and or a lot of people travel and move to distant lands away from their their grandparents, so they can't necessarily interact with them the way they would. But what if you had somebody that had a fully functioning grandma or grandpa, but because they are too modern day coded, that they would rather invoke this service instead of go interact with their own family.
I mean, I could see that being problematic. What do you mean by modern day coded though? Like you just like they're
I don't
more
like to use
likely
language
to
that
use this service.
I don't like to use language that like is like negative towards like newer generations. But like I think we all understand that newer generations they're more apt to it's just like the same train of thought. Like a younger person is more comfortable with like talking to somebody online than talking with somebody IRL. Like there's
I don't know. No, I don't think that plays in here because I mean, for one, they would have to pay for it, which I think that alone would discourage them from just substituting
I
in
mean, it's $20, dog.
anything, dog. Like the world is expensive. I mean, sure,
Yeah,
we're
but yeah, but
richer,
people, yeah,
richer
but
young folks.
people are, especially younger people, are spending a whole bunch of money on like conveniences or quote unquote conveniences, like getting their stuff delivered. So if for $20 to get food and
But your grandma is free. Like, why would you not?
because
Like,
you have
I
to
don't see
interact with
any
them, they're
inherent.
gonna ask you. They're gonna ask you, oh, so how's your love life? Oh, when are you gonna have children?
I mean, apparently these grandmas aren't silent either. I mean, it's probably more of a thing where you have to right, you would tell them, whatever you want to, whatever whatever services you're looking for, as opposed to just a
Don't
regular
bring up my
grandparent would come
love
out
life
and
because I ain't got one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, maybe that is would be a demotivator.
You're paid
Um,
for the censorship. That's hilarious.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm just
But
saying. I don't think it's unfathomable to imagine that somebody would make use of this service, um, but in the same vein, actively avoids building a close relationship with their own community, their own family.
I mean maybe, but I feel like these grandmas they would probably encourage it too at the same time.
Why you calling me? Where's your grandma? I yeah,
uh,
100%,
yeah, you're
100%.
not
Not
wrong.
outright, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they help you with your interpersonal matters, so they definitely would probably push you to give you that type of advice.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's crazy? I always talk about how like a lot of younger folks are always looking for like the answers to these problems, like like what do I need to do to be in a healthy relationship? Like yeah, how do I like build friends? And I would say like they should go to people who they admire or respect in a lot of regards, and a lot of times it is our older people in our communities and our families. But for some reason, a lot of times people don't talk to their grandparents or older folks. So this might create an environment in which more people get the answers they're looking for because you're actually talking to older folks now. And last but not least, Wes, what do you think of this service? You think it's weird, dystopian, or you think it's par for the course of where we are in this day and age? How would you respond if one of your homies hit you up and be like, "I'm thinking about using the service," or "I have used the service," and would you make use of the Rent a Grandma's service?
No, it's not weird. Uh, it's not
Okay, three
weird.
for three.
And I don't think I'll look at anybody weird for using it because in a lot of ways it sounds like it would be like like a maid service a
Right.
little bit, but also someone that you could use for to talk to and stuff too. So it's not
Yeah,
yeah, it's not
amazing.
weird. I think
Amazing. Like talking to you and giving you like elderly advice.
yeah, but I mean if they're
I guess
cooking or helping you
actually,
cook or things
was
like this,
Jeffrey off of Fresh Prince? Was he seen as a? I know in the new version he's definitely seen as a caretaker. He used to just make fun of people.
mm,
Yeah, he was
No,
just a roasting people.
nah. There was some level of like advice he would give. I
he
mean,
might he
he
might
was
have
more
also
self
helped you.
fulfilling will and all that, but like I feel like Tash
Yeah, no,
would give.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. The younger, maybe he was when they were younger, like kids. He might have been more, almost like a teacher type situation too. Um, but yeah. I was just gonna say. I think it makes sense that it's in Japan though, because of the way that they look at their elders, and I think the culture has to be pretty respectful to their elders to incorporate this type of thing. Certain
Mm.
cultures are not so welcoming, and I think that could be problematic. But if not, I mean, I think the treatment has to be top notch too by the people who use the service.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, like that's an excellent point you bring out. The culture um, allows us to be a bit more practical thing, But I feel as if, well, there are some things that happen in like Asian countries that just don't translate to the West. I don't know. I see a world in which this comes to the States, this type, or the West in general. These type of services. Because if it
I mean,
truly
it
is
solves
on,
the problem too.
because if it truly is on the up and up, one, it's just another capitalist endeavor, so it's to make profit. But two, I think a society in which like older folks still have value, and I don't mean just like monetary, but just like being actively serviceable in their communities. And obviously, a lot of old people just do this naturally. But outside, like I said, society where older folks are adding value to the community, I think that's just just a plus in most regards. Okay, okay. Dang, I didn't think. I thought maybe one of y'all would be against it. Imagine y'all's grandma's being rented out. That don't sound weird.
Being rented out sounds weird,
So,
but no, the actual action of it, no.
yeah, back when they were living, I could 100% see both of my grandparents being grandmothers. Well, all three of them being very willing to do service like that. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, they've a lot of them have had these type of jobs too in the past.
Right.
Yeah, where is
So,
one?
so at the end of
that's
the day,
that's the craziest part. Yeah. Hmm, fair enough. Well, you already know I'm gonna say salute to all the grandmas out there. I think it's always worth taking a step back and giving a salute and expressing gratitude towards the older folks in the community, all the lessons that they've imparted, all the care that they've I guess provided as well. Um, it just can't be overstated. It definitely can't be talked enough about how like the level of value again that older folks provide the community, and if we can make a business out of it, hey man, somebody's gonna do it. But if there's nothing else, we can move on.